test, test, test. First, I like to begin by appreciating the beautiful lands in which we are talking here today. It's such an honor to be sharing ideas on land where stories have been shared for generations, the lands of the Rwanda people of the Kulin Nation. I pay my respects to elders past and present. Hi, I'm Renee. I'm the type of person that makes a to-do list for everything. I mean everything, from sending an email, doing the dishes, petting my cat. So when I get a phone call, I think, no, this phone call is for after doing the dishes, but before doing some yoga. This type of person excels in their UX degree because in order to get an A+, you need to do everything in the rubric. And to me, the rubric was logical. The more research you do, the more definition of the problem. The more testing you do, the more validation of the solution. One logical project was my university capstone project. Within 3 months, we were able to go through 72 survey responses, 12 interviews, 3 personas, lots of testing and iterations, and we even had time to do not 1, but 2 coats of paint. It looked pretty good in my portfolio. What didn't make it to my portfolio was my first out-of-university gig. 2024, last year. I volunteered to do a website redesign for a nonprofit creative community. Like a good student, I emailed a lot of community members for an interview, but only one person emailed us back. But that week, I happened to find myself at an art gallery, and I thought, what if I interview these gallery visitors instead? They like art, our members like art. Same deal, right? But oh man, walking up to someone in an art gallery to ask for help is awkward. I would go up to someone next to a painting and say, this is so mesmerizing. The brushstrokes and the colors. And I'd switch gears into, so you look like a creative. Are you a creative? I was wondering if you'd like to be interviewed. So we got 3 interviewees. Woo! +1 because I forced my mom to be one. But I still had my doubts because interviewing people who aren't direct community members didn't fit the logic. And if it doesn't fit the logic, then the solution won't work. I would rate myself a D-. Every time I thought about that project, I get this pain in my chest because it reminded me of that failure. So I looked for support, and because therapy is very expensive, I looked for mentors. That's when I met Luna, who's here today, Luna, Doug, and Susan. They helped me realize that I can't do everything in the checklist because the world won't let it. Did you know that? There are these dark forces against designers. Skill gaps, technology limitations, tight deadlines, clients who don't know what they want. I recently was contracted to conceptualize early wireframes. The brief felt vague, so I needed to assume. And that felt like I was breaking the law because making assumptions is criminal at uni. So I got creative by stitching different features from similar products together. I just needed something, even if it's all guesswork, just to put in front of a client and say, is this what you want? Is this what you want? It turns out this scrappy approach has a name. It's called Lean UX. It starts anywhere in the process because it's a loop. You don't have to start with build. You don't have to start with learn because I started with build. You don't have to learn now. You can delay the learning for later. Build the product now by filling in the blanks, measure it, test it, and then learn. As for the website redesign, I tried accessing direct users of the solution, but when I couldn't, I improvised by settling with the next best thing. No offense, Mom. So what am I doing here? First, I am putting on my logical hat to scan the environments for constraints. And this is no different from university when I'm asking, what's the deadline and what are the deliverables? But this time, what I'm doing after that, I'm actually swapping the logical hat with the creativity hat. And I'm asking myself, how can I provide value to users the best I can, given the constraints? This means if advocating for looser constraints doesn't work, you're gonna have to be creative. You don't have enough time, eliminate some steps. The tools you have are limited, learn the tool and design within it. You don't have enough interviewees. Harass innocent people at a gallery. Legally, of course. What I'm realizing is that you can do all of that, but still be able to improve the lives of others. Sure, you might lose some marks by taking the scrappy path, but the solution is still progressing, right? Academia will reward you for sticking to a rigid rubric process, but the real-world reality will reward you with a process that adapts to constraints. So I probably will put those 2 scrappy case studies into my portfolio. And when I feel that pain in my chest, I will say, be proud, Renee. You did the best you could with the constraints you had. You were able to be in control of the creative process and not let the logical process control you. I'm kinder to myself, but I'm also kinder to other people, knowing that my clients and colleagues are also doing the best with what they have. I'm redefining what a good designer means to me. It's not the type of person that ticks everything on the checklist. It's the type of person that wears the hat that feels right for the moment, whether it's creative or logical, and trusts that that's enough. Thank you.